Greetings. Old John Henry here with Fitness Over 50. Welcome. Today we're going to talk about nutrition. Nutrition is an important part, maybe the most important part of any weight loss, diet, exercise, getting in shape program. Some people say that nutrition is 80% of getting in shape. 20% exercise, 80% what you eat. A friend of mine said he thinks the percentage is more like 90-10. I'm going to stick with 80-20. You hear people say people want abs. They want to have a six-pack abdomen. They want abs. Some friends of mine say, well, you get abs in the kitchen, not in the gym. You get abs in the kitchen, not in the gym. It depends what you eat, how you eat. Nutrition. Most of the time when someone comes to a personal trainer, their goal is to lose weight. Almost always. It's kind of an amazing statistic. The studies show that around 70% of American adults are overweight. That includes seniors. And the thing about being overweight in your 50s and 60s is that carrying around that extra weight starts causing all kinds of problems like chronic diseases that affect so many people, cancer, high blood pressure, diabetes, things like that. Being overweight and out of shape also leads to another serious problem with older people, and that is accidental falls. I think I'm correct in saying that accidental falls are the leading cause of hospitalization among senior citizens. And the number one cause of injuries and death from injuries among older Americans. And the thing about gaining weight is that it always seems to creep up on you, right? You, you don't wake up one day, look in the mirror, and go, damn, when did that happen? Well, actually, that's exactly the way it happens sometimes. You don't notice it as it's happening until one day, whoa, what happened? What I should have said is that gaining weight doesn't happen overnight. Normally it takes time. For me, I was rail thin when I was a teenager. It seems hard to believe, but I'm pretty sure I'm remembering this correctly. I'm 6'2". I was 6'2" in high school. And when I graduated, I'm sure this is correct. I weighed 135 pounds, 6'2". Didn't have a muscle on my body. Nothing but bones. In my 20s, I was really skinny in my early 20s, and then I started maturing. My body started maturing a little bit. I started putting on some weight. For a long time, I remember I weighed 168 pounds. Still pretty skinny. I wouldn't mind weighing close to that today. Then I got into my 30s, and for some reason, I don't remember why, I decided to join a gym, start working out. After a while, I put on a little weight, good weight, lean muscle mass. And for a long time after that, I remember weighing 186 pounds. Then I hit my 50s, and things started to change. I stopped working out consistently. 50s about when your metabolism starts slowing down. I stopped paying as close attention to my nutrition, and the pounds started piling on. I went over the next, I guess, I don't know, 10 years or so. I went from 32 waist jeans. I think I wore 28 waist back in high school. I went from 32 waist jeans to 34, 36, 38. When I got to 38 waist jeans, I said, no, okay, that's it. That's enough. I'm never going to wear, I'm never going to get so fat that I have to wear 40 waist jeans. I'm not going to do it. Guess what? One day, a friend of mine invited me to go to a Saturday afternoon basketball game at Baylor University. And the only pair of jeans I had that fit were those 38 waist jeans. They were kind of, worn out, ratty looking. I decided to go get a new pair to wear to the game. So I go to the department store, go into the where they had the Levi's, grab a pair of 38 waist and go to the dressing room. Start trying to pull those things up, and they didn't just go on easily. I was shimmied and shook and wriggled and sucked in my gut, and finally got those things up and squeezed in and got them buttoned and zipped, and I could barely breathe. I sat there looking in that, stood there looking in that mirror, and stuff hanging over the sides, and I can barely breathe. It's just squeezing the life out of me, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do? I can wear these things. I might pass out, but I could wear these. This is just not going to work. Very reluctantly, I peeled those things off somehow and went back over to the shelf, put those 38 waist jeans back where they belonged, and looked over at the 40 waist for a minute or two. Finally, I picked up a pair of 40 waist jeans, went back to the dressing room, tried them on, got them buttoned, zipped, and they actually looked okay. But they were 40 waist jeans. Stuff was still hanging over the sides, but at least they were comfortable. So I took them off, folded them up, walked over to the counter, set them on the counter, and when I pulled my wallet out and started to pay for those jeans, I literally nearly started crying. It was a depressing day in the life of old John Henry. And it was a gradual process that also involved a number of other factors. But to make a long story short, then I wound up at age 60, probably 50 pounds overweight, fat, out of shape, disgusting. I was depressed, spent most of my time on the couch, just stuck. One of my friends describes it that way. You were stuck and didn't know how to get unstuck. Sound familiar? Well, let's look at what causes this tendency to gain weight in our 50s and 60s. There are plenty of fancy scientific explanations, but basically it's because we tend to slow down as we get older. We develop what's called a sedentary lifestyle, where you sit around a lot, don't get any exercise. And consequently, the calories we take in are more than what we burn in this new sedentary type lifestyle. We eat too much. When you consume more calories than your body uses for energy, unfortunately, the body doesn't just discard those calories. Wouldn't that be nice? Just eat all you want, whatever you want, whenever you want. And whatever doesn't get used by your body for energy, for fuel, just disappears somehow. You know? Wouldn't that be something? Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Those extra unused calories are going to wind up as fat. Now, as the average man reaches age 50, he burns between 2,000 and 2,800 calories a day, depending on how active he is. Compare that to when this same guy was in his 20s and he burned 2,400 to 3,000 calories a day. Do the math. And if that guy doesn't change anything, make any changes in his habits, by the time he reaches his 50s, he could be consuming an excess of anywhere from 400 to 1,000 calories a day. Too much. His body's going to store those calories. Total that up for a week, and he's taking in between 2,800 and 7,000 calories. Too much. More than his body needs. Now, if 1 pound of body fat contains 3,500 calories, 3,500 times 2 is 7,000. That's 2 pounds of fat that this guy is going to be subject to putting on every week. One or 2 pounds a week, 5 or 6 pounds a month, 6 or 8 pounds a month, whatever. 50 pounds in a year. Sound familiar? That's the way it happens. All it takes, though, to do something about this, to reverse this trend, this weighty trend, is to make a few simple adjustments. Notice, once again, I use the word simple, not easy. Right now, I'm working on cutting sugar out of my diet. Simple, right? Don't eat sugar. Don't buy stuff with sugar in it. Don't drink sodas. Don't drink diet sodas either, by the way. Quit eating those little coconut cream cups, those coconut cream pie cups that they sell at Walmart. Delicious. And for heaven's sakes, quit buying those drumstick ice cream cones with the little shot of caramel in the middle. Quit eating that stuff. Simple, right? Easy? Well, what's easy is to go down to the convenience store half a mile down the road and grab a couple. Simple, but not easy. The best way to approach changes in your diet is to make gradual changes. Don't get into your pantry and your refrigerator and just start heaving things into the garbage can. Some people that might be almost everything they have. The best way to do it is to cut out one thing at a time. Pick something that you know is not good for you and that you're pretty confident you can eliminate. And eliminate just one thing a week, one thing at a time from your diet. It'll make a huge difference. Now, going back to what we learned a few minutes ago, 1 pound of fat contains 3,500 calories, right? Then what do you need to do every day to lose a pound or two a week instead of gain a pound or two a week? Same thing in reverse, right? Reduce your calorie intake by 300 to 500 calories a day. That's it. In a week, you'll have consumed anywhere from 2,100 to 3,500 fewer calories, and voila. Hell, a pint of ice cream has 1,000 or more calories. A chocolate chip cookie has about 60 calories. I don't know about you, but if one chocolate chip cookie is good, then 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 is even better. 6 chocolate chip cookies, 60 calories apiece. There's your 300 calories. Small adjustments. And something that helps with this, and something I highly recommend and can help you with, is counting your calories. Keeping a food log, using there's any number of softwares and different things that you can, that helps track your calories during a day. I've used a phone app years ago, and it really worked well. It's kind of a pain at first, a little bit tedious and time consuming, but once you get everything all set up and get the information inputted into the app or the software, then it's really simple, and it works. It's really effective. There's a ton of information out there too about things like counting macros and micros and intermittent fasting, carb cutting, calorie cycling, all kinds of things. But the bottom line is, once again, move more, eat less. Burn more calories than you consume. And I'm going to help you take that simple concept and make it easier to accomplish. I've been where you are. I know what it's like to wear baggy clothes and pretend that you're not that overweight. I'm not that fat. I know what it feels like to avoid looking in the mirror when you get out of the shower. I know what it feels like to have to go and buy that pair of fat pants. Over the past 2 years, I've lost around 45, 50 pounds. I know what it takes, and I'd love to help you get there too. So if you're ready to take back control and live a happier, healthier life, here's what we're going to do. First, we'll talk about your goals, whatever that may be. Remember, your goal doesn't necessarily have to be Mr. or Mrs. Physical Fitness. It could be anything. But no matter what your goal is, what's important to you, feeling better and looking better is going to be an important part of the equation. It's going to help you reach whatever goal you have. So we'll talk about your goals, specific challenges, past experiences, likes and dislikes, and we'll take that information and I'll customize a nutrition plan that's going to help take you from where you are now to where you want to be. Not only that, I'm going to work personally with you no matter what your goal is. I'm going to set you up with a plan to get you there. I'm going to be there as your accountability partner, your mentor, motivator, encourager. Whatever you need me to be, I'll be there for you. So if you're ready to take that first step toward a customized individual plan and an expert to help you along the way, just click the link down below, fill in the information, and schedule a time with me. That's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this little overview, and I look forward to working with you. Remember, it's never too late to get in shape and to make your dreams come true. There's John Henry here. Adios.